Now, at the age of 90, when I look back at my life and everything I have been through, then my biggest regret is not really about what I did not do or achieve. I regret those seven habits that I kept with me for so many years. Those habits were slowly eating away my happiness, my time, and my whole life. I really wish someone had told me these things when I was 40. That is why today I am asking you with folded hands, if you have even one of these seven habits, then leave it today. Because at the age of 90, you will not regret the money you lost. You will regret the time you wasted in the wrong way. The very first habit is comparing yourself to other people. I had a neighbor who got a car and built a house before I did, and I kept thinking constantly that I have been left behind. But it was only years later that I realized I had wasted so much time watching others that I actually forgot to live my own life. Remember that someone else's life is not your life. Your pace is your own, and it is not theirs. The second habit is giving an explanation for every single thing. I spent a lot of time in my life trying to explain to people that I was right. Then I understood that the people who truly love you do not actually need any of your explanations. And for those people who do not want to understand you, your explanations will not make any difference to them anyway. So stop trying to explain yourself to every single person. Let your results speak for you and not just your words. The third habit is saying, I will do it later. This was my biggest mistake. My mother was getting old and I really wanted to go and visit her. I wanted to sit down and spend time with her, but I thought I would go later. That later never ever came. By the time I went, she was no longer in this world. Even today, that thought stays in my heart. Money can come back, but time cannot, and people certainly cannot. So, whatever you want to do it today. The fourth habit is holding on to old grudges and resentment. A friend had betrayed me once, and I did not speak to him for 20 years after that. Then, when he fell ill, we met and we finally forgave each other for everything. That is when I realized that a grudge is like a poison that you drink yourself, hoping the other person will die. So, forgive not for the sake of others, but for your own peace of mind. The fifth habit is trying to keep every single person happy. For years, I kept wondering what my family would say, what the neighbors would think, and what society would say. So one day my wife asked me, what do you actually want for yourself? And I did not have an answer because I had spent my whole life just trying to please other people. Remember, you cannot please everyone. Give importance to your own happiness too. This is not selfishness, it is necessary. The sixth habit is complaining about every single thing. There was a time in my life too when I used to complain about every single thing that happened to me. But one day, instead of complaining, I asked myself, what can I actually do about this now? That one question changed my whole life because complaining just eats up all of your energy. So instead of wasting energy on complaining, put that same energy into finding a solution. The seventh and most important habit is not taking any care of your own self. We always say work comes first, family comes first, other people first, and then finally me. But the day your body finally gives up on you, money, work, and responsibility will not matter at all. Your body is your very first responsibility. Come on, eat well, get enough sleep, and sit quietly for a while. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it is wise. At 90 years old, I have learned one thing: life is not as long as we think it is, and we make it even shorter by comparing ourselves to others, by giving explanations, saying I will do it later, and holding grudges, by trying to please everyone, complaining, and finally, by forgetting ourselves. Today, pick just one of these habits and tell yourself no more, not from today. Because I have very little time left now, but you still have time. I wish someone had told me these things when I was 40 years old. So listen to me. Do not wait for tomorrow to change your life because sometimes tomorrow never comes.